spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Oh.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing.
I want to come out and try to fool you. And the Dum Dum of the Day award goes to Manny Pacquiao.
Look, I'm one of those people that say, you know what, Manny Pacquiao should retire. But it's not because he's old. It's because he got nothing left to prove.
Floyd Mayweather has never been one to hold back his thoughts, especially when it comes to his longtime rival, Manny Pacquiao. After new training footage surfaced showing the 46-year-old Pacquiao hitting the mitts and demonstrating his trademark speed, Mayweather was quick to respond. He looked slow, the undefeated boxing legend remarked, sparking renewed debate among fans about whether the Filipino icon still has what it takes in the ring. With discussions of a potential exhibition match or comeback bout swirling, Mayweather's blunt reaction has only added fuel to the fire.
Manny Pacquiao is negotiating with Barrios to fight at 147. No tears. I haven't heard one tear. So guess what? Since we know that Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao has been in serious negotiations, let me ask you, is it a good fight? Mario Barrios versus Tank Davis at 147. Yes, it is. That fight was a struggle, and if Mario Barrios wasn't weight trained with the rehydration clause at 140, think about 147, Tank going up from 135 to 147. Yeah, y'all, no, shoe program. Because Mario Barrios was winning every round leading up right before he got knocked down. You fight Mario Barrios at 147, it may be a different story. I'm not saying that Mario Barrios wins. I'm saying that Mario Barrios is more comfortable at 147, way bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. What is he, 5'10", 5'11"? All right, Gervonta Tank Davis never only fought at 140 once, never fought at 147. Move up from 135 to 147. Y'all know it's a tough fight.
Manny Pacquiao is negotiating with Mario Barrios to fight at 147 pounds. No tears, I haven't heard one tear. So, guess what? Since we know that Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao have been in serious negotiations, let me ask you, is it a good fight? Mario Barrios versus Gervonta Tank Davis at 147, yes, it is. That fight was a struggle. And if Mario Barrios wasn't weight drained with the rehydration clause at 140, think about 147. Tank moving up from 135 to 147. Yeah, y'all know, no shoot program, because Mario was winning every round leading up to when he got knocked down. If you fight Mario Barrios at 147, it may be a different story. I'm not saying Mario Barrios wins, but I am saying he's more comfortable at 147, way bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. What is he, 5 feet 10 inches, 5 feet 11 inches? Alright, Gervonta Tank Davis has only fought at 140 once and never at 147. Moving up from 135 is a big jump.
What caused it?
He was holding, so he wouldn't stop. Oh, Floyd was boxing him up, yeah. So Floyd is just piecing him up. So Floyd, you know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. And this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up, right? Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something like right here, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, that's it, I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me, I am calling this fight. So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this, Floyd catches him with a counter right there, bang.
You fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, where would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. You know, it's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. I didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. We punched the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather.
What about speed?
Speed? it's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao he'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. So what I have to do with Pacquiao.
To understand the weight of Mayweather's comment, one must revisit the rich and complex history between these two iconic fighters. Both dominated the sport in the 2000s and early 2010s, Pacquiao earning a reputation for ferocious punching power and relentless pace, while Mayweather built his legacy on untouchable defense and ring intelligence. Their long-awaited fight finally took place on May 2, 2015, after years of failed negotiations. Dubbed the fight of the century, it ultimately disappointed some fans due to its tactical nature and lack of explosive action. Mayweather won by unanimous decision, further cementing his undefeated record and demonstrating that Pacquiao could not solve the defensive puzzle he posed. Even after their clash, the rivalry never cooled off. Pacquiao blamed a shoulder injury for his performance, while Mayweather repeatedly mocked Pacquiao's excuses. Since then, both fighters have teased a rematch several times, but nothing has materialized.
What's the next fight you're working?
We're working now.
Where? Oh, you going to New York?
No.
I'm saying. You know, I told someone that he's one of the main coaches here, and they said, why is Roberts Gardner a coach? They thought he was the guy. No, I'm serious. Someone thought that you were the Gardner guy.
Blas?
Yeah, no, someone seriously, one of the boxing reporters. No, Blas. I said, no, he's not. Yeah, of course, he's a legend. Where is he? The firefighter.
They thought I was
Because they saw the videos and they got confused. Oh, Mikey's here. Who's the guy with Mikey? Who's the guy with Mikey? Okay, really quick. Manny Pacquiao. It looks like he fight Barrios July 19. Who wins?
In April 2025, footage emerged on social media showing Manny Pacquiao training at Wildcard Gym in Los Angeles under the watchful eye of longtime trainer Freddie Roach. The clip featured Pacquiao hitting the mitts, working the speed bag, and performing footwork drills. Despite his age, Pacquiao appeared sharp, throwing rapid combinations and demonstrating reflexes that would embarrass most boxers half his age. Fans and boxing analysts alike praised his conditioning, with many commenting that Pacquiao seemed ageless and still dangerous. However, Mayweather wasn't impressed. After being shown the video during a promotional event, Floyd smirked and delivered a cutting remark, "He looked slow. That ain't the same Manny." Mayweather's reaction was unsurprising to those familiar with his personality. Throughout his career, he's made a habit of downplaying opponents and delivering cold assessments. Sometimes to provoke, other times to assert superiority. But with Pacquiao, the tension runs deeper. It's not just professional, it's deeply personal. Manny Pacquiao, the legendary Filipino boxer and the only 8-division world champion in boxing history, is set to make a remarkable return to the ring at age 46. He retired in 2021 following a unanimous decision loss to Yadenis Ugas, but has now announced plans to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title in July 2025. This comeback is particularly significant. Pacquiao won his first world title, the WBC Flyweight Championship, in 1998 by knocking out Chache Sasikal in the 8th round.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England, we could have done it in the US, we could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight for Manny. So again, over the next month or so, we'll either be able to make these fights or we won't. That is definitely on the target.
Mario Barrios has rapidly ascended the welterweight ranks, capturing the WBC welterweight title and positioning himself for a high-profile bout against boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. Barrios secured the interim WBC welterweight title with a commanding victory over Yordenis Ugas in September 2023, a fight in which he knocked Ugas down twice and won by unanimous decision. This win was especially significant, as Ugas had previously defeated Pacquiao in 2021, marking the Filipino icon's last professional bout before retirement. Following Terence Crawford's move to the super welterweight division, the WBC elevated Barrios to full champion status. Barrios has since expressed enthusiasm about facing Pacquiao, stating, "I'm very excited at the possibility of this fight being made." Manny Pacquiao is a future Hall of Famer, a legend, and someone I looked up to growing up. To share the ring with him would be an honor and a dream come true. Pacquiao, now 46, is set to return to the ring after a 4-year hiatus, aiming to reclaim a world title. Despite concerns about his age and the physical demands of boxing, Pacquiao remains confident in his abilities, citing his 2019 victory over Keith Thurman as proof of his enduring skill. The matchup between Barrios and Pacquiao represents a clash of youth and experience, with Barrios seeking to solidify his status as a champion, and Pacquiao aiming to add another chapter to his storied legacy. The fight is expected to draw significant attention, blending the excitement of a rising star with the mystique of a living legend. The bout has garnered strong interest in the boxing community, eliciting varied reactions from experts and fans alike. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman has voiced strong support for the matchup, highlighting Pacquiao's legendary status and referencing the precedent of former champions making successful comebacks. Suleiman stated, "I do like the idea very much. I think Pacquiao can beat any fighter or be competitive with any fighter today." This endorsement underscores the WBC's willingness to sanction the fight, recognizing Pacquiao's enduring appeal and competitive spirit. Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, also sees the fight as a viable opportunity. He described Barrios as the perfect opponent, noting, "It's a 50-50 fight, but a very winnable fight for Manny." Gibbons emphasized that Barrios' style could complement Pacquiao's strengths, suggesting that the matchup is both competitive and favorable for the veteran.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely. Absolutely I would.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's older than me.
When we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer, but nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy.
Some have interpreted Mayweather's comment as a sign of insecurity, suggesting he may be trying to preserve his legacy by discrediting Pacquiao's resurgence. Others view it as a fair critique. After all, at 46, no fighter can move like they did in their prime. Former champion Timothy Bradley weighed in, saying, "Look, Floyd's not wrong. Manny has lost a step. But he's still better than most active fighters." While Mayweather has comfortably retired. Aside from a few exhibition bouts against influencers and MMA fighters, Pacquiao has chosen a different path. Following his 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas, he briefly retired to focus on his political career in the Philippines. But his return to training has reignited rumors of a comeback, whether in a competitive setting or a high-profile exhibition. Athletically, Pacquiao's body has held up remarkably well. He has never been known for an undisciplined lifestyle, and his commitment to conditioning is legendary. Still, reflexes dull with age, and recovery becomes slower. The recent training footage and Mayweather's reaction have reignited speculation about a rematch. Both fighters flirted with the idea in 2018, even teasing fans with a face-off video at a music festival in Tokyo. Though Floyd has publicly dismissed a rematch, the financial allure is undeniable. Their first fight generated over $600 million. Even in their 40s, a rematch could be a blockbuster pay-per-view event if marketed properly. Two legends. One last time. Sources close to Pacquiao claim he is open to the idea, especially if it takes place in the Middle East or Asia, where he enjoys massive support. Mayweather, known for his strategic approach to business, might consider it, but only if the financials are right and the risks are low.
You seen the Mike Tyson
He's
video?
like 65. What?
Yes. You haven't seen? Dude.
No.
Oh, get ready for this, because he looks fucking sensational. Look at this.
Right.
You need his volume so you can hear this, too. I mean, what in the dude?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He said on the podcast he didn't want to work out again because his ego would get fired up again. He said that in his post that my ego had been reignited. He gave a statement about it saying that like his ego has been reignited.
Good for him.
Yeah. Oh,
Good for us.
He said something about how the gods of war have brought him out again. It was like really heavy duty. I think it's real recent.
Wow.
Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's legendary trainer, responded to Mayweather's comment in a recent interview. Floyd can say what he wants, he's earned that right. But I see Manny every day in the gym. Is he as fast as he was at 25? No. But he's smarter, more efficient, and still a nightmare for most fighters. Roach also hinted at Pacquiao's future plans. We're not trying to go after a world title, but there are options on the table: exhibitions, charity bouts, maybe even a fun fight in Saudi or Dubai. The reaction to Pacquiao's training video and Mayweather's remark highlights boxing's complicated relationship with aging. While other sports celebrate longevity, boxing often frowns upon older fighters returning due to health risks. However, in recent years, the sport has seen a resurgence of interest in older fighters making comebacks, often in the form of exhibitions or special events. These comebacks tap into nostalgia and the deep emotional connection fans have with legends. One notable example is Mike Tyson's 2020 exhibition bout against Roy Jones Jr. Despite both fighters being well past their prime, the event drew millions of viewers and generated massive pay-per-view revenue. Oscar de la Hoya also teased a comeback in 2021, sparking excitement before his return was derailed due to COVID-19 complications. Similarly, Evander Holyfield returned at age 58, though his performance raised serious concerns about safety and regulation. These examples show that nostalgia sells, especially when paired with compelling stories or rivalries.
I'm broke, so I need to fight.
How much UFC fighters actually make? The average UFC fighter made $160,022 in 2021, with 42% of fighters making six figures or up. The UFC basically has three payout tiers, the lowest tier ranging from $10,000 to $30,000, the mid tier ranging from $80,000 to $250,000, and the high tier ranging from $500,000 to $3 million per fight. Keep in mind that the pay structure is 50% to show up and 50% to win, so in the lowest tier getting $10,000 to show up and $10,000 to win. And you also have the potential to win a $50,000 bonus depending on your performance.
50 G's.
50 G's. 60 G's, baby! But even if you made the $160,000 average, fighters have a lot of expenses between the gym, management, taxes, coaching, medicals, and more.
60% of my money is already gone.
That means that 50 to 60% of your $160,000 can be gone just like that, which really reveals
Mayweather has suggested that Manny Pacquiao's potential return to the ring may be financially motivated, a common scenario among retired fighters seeking one last lucrative payday. This trend reflects the challenges athletes often face transitioning to stable post-boxing careers. Despite these concerns, Mayweather acknowledges Pacquiao's enduring skill, noting that even at 46, his game, likely meaning game, surpasses many current fighters' best performances. Pacquiao's talent, experience, and unorthodox style continue to make him formidable, even past his prime. However, the physical risks associated with elite competition at this age are significant, especially against younger opponents. Mayweather's remarks reflect both respect for Pacquiao's legacy and caution about the dangers of a comeback. It's worth noting that Pacquiao has officially come out of retirement at 46 to pursue a world title in the welterweight division. He is set to face Mario Barrios in a WBC-approved title bout this July. The WBC has sanctioned the match under rules allowing notable former champions to request title fights post-retirement. Many professional boxers face severe financial struggles, often returning to the ring out of necessity rather than passion. While top-tier fighters like Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez earn millions, most boxers struggle to make ends meet. A study showed that fighters participating in 4 8-round bouts a year might only earn around $28,000 before expenses. After paying trainers, managers, and covering camp costs, net income can fall below minimum wage. These financial strains are made worse by boxing's lack of union representation and standardized pay. Even legendary champions like Mike Tyson and Joe Louis suffered financial ruin. Tyson, for example, earned over $300 million during his career but filed for bankruptcy in 2003. Organizations like Ring 10, founded by former fighter Matt Ferrego, now offer aid and support to struggling ex-boxers. These systemic issues highlight the need for structural reform in boxing, including better financial education, standardized minimum purses, and support systems to ensure retired fighters can enjoy financial security.
And of course, we don't want permanent injury po kahit kanino, kahit po kay Ann po, but I want him to be knocked out. But the reason why I wanted that to happen is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him when he returned to boxing.
Pacquiao's upcoming bout against Mario Barrios is expected to generate massive publicity, marking a compelling chapter in his illustrious career. At 46, Pacquiao's decision to challenge for the WBC welterweight title underscores not only his enduring passion for the sport but also reignites excitement among fans and media. The fight's announcement has sparked widespread conversation, highlighting the clash between Pacquiao's experience and Barrios' ambition. For Pacquiao, it's an opportunity to reclaim a world title and solidify his legacy, especially since his first title came in 1998 when he won the WBC flyweight belt. Furthermore, the bout's potential broadcast on major streaming platforms like Netflix or Amazon Prime could introduce Pacquiao to a new, younger audience. This blend of nostalgia and modern viewing accessibility enhances both his personal brand and boxing's relevance in the digital era. In essence, the Pacquiao-Barrios matchup acts as a bridge between generations, offering a narrative-rich event that appeals to longtime boxing fans and new viewers alike. What do you think about Manny Pacquiao stepping back into the ring at 46 to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title? Do you view this as a legendary comeback or a risky move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.